On a money alert tonight, higher gas prices are not only affecting the average driver, but people who drive for a living like taxi drivers as well. Thanks for being here with us tonight. I'm Caleb Michael. NewsWatch host Cameron Baber spoke with the owner of one taxi company in Grants Pass to hear their thoughts on these high prices and what their plan is on doing to adjust to these prices and the increase we're seeing. Cameron, how are cab drivers going to be affected by all of this?
Thank you, Caleb. Well, being a taxi driver, you spend most of your day in a car. Now, of course, higher gas prices will be affecting you. Today, I spoke with a owner of a taxi company, and they have been discussing the idea of raising their taxi rates. Andrea Madambo Sibo Porto is the co-owner of JC Taxi. She said her crew has been thinking about increasing their pickup rate. JC Taxi wants to speak with their clients first and give them a warning. The company wants to give it a few weeks before making the final say.
At this time, I'm not looking for a profit off of it, just to kind of even it out. So all the drivers have agreed that in a couple of weeks, maybe we will increase our pickup rates.
Porto says before the rise of gas prices, it cost her drivers an average of $15 a shift. Now that's 10 to 12 hours of driving. Just this week alone, it cost her drivers $28 a shift. Now Porto says if they do decide to increase their rates, it would only be because of higher gas prices. Now, once they see the decline of gas prices, JC Taxi will return to their normal rates. Reporting live in Medford, Cameron Baber, NewsWatch 12.
Thank you, Cameron. And these prices that we're seeing in our region, we got these from AAA today. They're updated every single day. In Jackson County, $4.84. It's up 4 cents from yesterday. Josephine County is $4.98, up 3 cents. And Curry County, $4.85, just up a cent. And then down over in Klamath County, $4.76, the same as yesterday. Lake County is $4.80, also the same. And in Northern California, Siskiyou County, these ones always hurt. $5.77, up 3 cents from yesterday. Across the country, the average cost for a gallon of gas is $4.33. Today, California's average is $5.72 and Oregon's is $4.74. As the Russian invasion of Ukraine is continuing to surge, impacts of the war are being seen across the globe. We sat down today with the Oregon Pacific Financial Advisors President, Royal Stanley, to discuss the impacts that we're seeing in the U.S. and here at home. Goldman Sachs is pulling out of Russia. I know some other major companies are shutting down their stores there. What kind of impact will this have on Russia and just abroad, really?
Yeah, I think we'll see more and more companies start leaving Russia. As far as the banks go, none of the U.S. banks have large Russian operations, so I don't think that's going to be a major effect on their U.S. operations here in the U.S. There's a lot more banks that are really tied into Russia in Europe. They're just working a lot closer. Well, that'll be much harder for European banks to leave that space. I think personally, all of this leaves Russia more and more isolated from the rest of the world and puts more pressure on them to try to salvage their economy while waging this war in the Ukraine. I think one of the most important things to watch for with all of this happening between Ukraine and the sanctions on Russia is how does this spread across the world as we have higher energy costs and almost more importantly, higher food costs. Remember, Russia and Ukraine account for huge amounts of wheat that is produced and sold across most of Africa and Europe. So a lack and scarcity there of wheat could lead to famine and instability in other regions of the developing world. So this is one reason why we're hoping for a soon and peaceful resolution to all of this.
Looking forward into the next few weeks, is there anything you'd want to leave, just kind of a general idea you want to leave consumers with today?
Absolutely. I think the biggest news is going to happen next week. The Federal Reserve is meeting. They're going to be looking at an interest rate increase. They've already indicated that. They're talking about anywhere from 4 to 7 interest rate increases this year. Those higher rates are going to affect the economy in big ways. Hopefully it does slow down recession. But I think what the Fed is trying to do is not also cause a recession by raising rates too quickly.
Okay, Financial Fridays, Royal, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
We turn now to Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. Beautiful sunsets tonight. May not be able to see that, though, tomorrow night.
No, yeah, clouds are going to be increasing tomorrow. A storm system on the way. Let's take a look at what we're seeing out there right now. Temperatures still pretty mild this evening. We're in the 60s in the Rogue Valley, 50s in the Basin. We will see this storm system roll in tomorrow. We'll see winds cranking up throughout the day out of the south and southwest. Clouds will increase and eventually rain moving into the coast by midday and then spreading inland from there through the afternoon into the evening. We have wind advisories and high wind warnings that have been posted. These areas could see gusts from 45 to as much as 65 miles per hour, especially in those yellow shaded areas that are under the high wind warning. So winds cranking up, eventually that rain and snow spreading inland. Mild temperatures tomorrow, but we do expect snow levels to drop pretty quick into tomorrow night. We'll talk more about what to expect with the rain and snow and travel impacts coming up.
Right now and tonight, we're paying close attention to the South Medford girls basketball team as they play for a chance to go to the state championship game. Our sports team has been joining us the last couple of days from across the state. Right now, we're joined by NewsWatch 12 Sports' Cameron Derby, the man on the job for one of the biggest games of the year tonight. Cam, the Panthers going through a long wait tonight. You said the building itself may have already impacted the Panthers. What did you mean by that?
Well, there are a lot of factors that are unique to these big university gyms that are not necessarily the same in the high school gyms. One of these things that I want you to really pay attention to that can impact a basketball team is the baskets. Look right behind me how the basket here sits about 20 to 30 feet away from the wall that's back here. At South Medford's gym, that wall is immediately behind the basket, so that throws off the depth perception of the player that is shooting the ball. Another thing to think about, the student sections. At South Medford High School, Dennis Murphy Court, the student sections are on the side of the court. There are no fans that are looking at the players. Here at this venue, the student sections are up above, looking straight down at the players as they're shooting the ball. And another thing, there's press right here behind the basket. There's cameras looking straight at these players. It's something that they're not used to. The South Medford girls and South Medford boys alike had very poor shooting performances in the first quarters of their first games, something that they got used to and got better at shooting as the games went on. But last night, even through the win, the South Medford Lady Panthers admitting the atmosphere here played a role in that poor shooting performance.
So the nerves obviously kicked in, but we always have a number one rule of one possession at a time and play our basketball and not theirs. So the first quarter, we played their game of basketball, and then when we finally decided to play ours, that's when it flipped around.
2 years ago, the South Medford Panthers this weekend made it to the semifinal in the 6A state tournament, and it was canceled that night because of the COVID-19 pandemic as it took hold of the sports world. 2 years later, the South Medford Panthers tonight are going to try to avenge that night for that team. They're going to take on Barlow, the 7 seed, at 8:30 to attempt to get into that state championship game. Check in at 11 for coverage. More sports coming up later tonight in our 6 o'clock show. For right now, though, live in Portland, Cameron Derby, NewsWatch 12 Sports.
All right, Cam, wishing them the best of luck up there in Portland. Coming up, though, after being canceled for 2 years during the pandemic, Dancing with the Rogue Valley Stars is back live and in person for 2022. The event is a fundraiser sponsored by NewsWatch 12, and all proceeds go to benefit the Sparrow Club's General Fund. Sparrow Clubs is the only youth-based charity of its kind in the country and is all about kids helping kids in medical need. In preparation of this year's event, we sat down with the leadership from Sparrow Clubs for what we can expect to see on stage and how the funds from the event will be used.
Proceeds from Dancing with the Rogue Valley Stars have always been used to fund the general fund of Southern Oregon Sparrow Clubs. So everywhere we have the program throughout Southern Oregon, all of Jackson County, Josephine County, Klamath County, up into Douglas County, all of that work is funded primarily by this fundraiser. And, all the clubs that happen in schools, they are sponsored by local businesses, which give of their generous support in order to make those happen. But, it costs money to run the program. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of small moving pieces. And this show helps ensure that our program remains strong year after year.
Matt and Keena say they have lots of surprises in store for this year's event and are excited to be bringing the community together for a great cause. The event will be Saturday, May the 7th in the North Medford High School Auditorium, and in the week leading up to the event, we will be profiling the couples and the dance teams competing right here on NewsWatch 12. It's that time of year again where we'll lose an hour of sleep at least for one night. Sunday, March 13th at 2 a.m. we will spring forward an hour. One positive about daylight savings times is the extra sunshine in those summer evenings. Back in 1907, an Englishman noticed some people wasting the daylight. That's when the conversation about changing our clocks first began. The current daylight savings period was established with the Energy Policy Act of 2005, and then it went into effect in 2007. As of 2021, 33 states have proposed bills to end daylight savings time, but legislation can't take effect until the federal law changes. There are some places, though, that do not have to spring forward, including Arizona, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, and America Samoa. On the coronavirus watch tonight, starting at 11:59 p.m. tonight, Oregon's indoor mask mandate will be lifted. The lifting of the mandate affects all public spaces, including schools. At a press conference today, Colt Gill, the director of the Oregon Department of Education, said that just because the indoor mask mandate is being lifted for the state, each school district gets to enforce their own mask rules.
Local school districts can still make a decision about local masking requirements. So we want a clear message out there that when schools make masks optional, optional means optional, and that any student who chooses to continue or staff member that chooses to continue to wear a mask should be able to do so.
Gill emphasized that with the new data from the OHA and the CDC, we have finally reached a time where it's safe for students and for staff to go without a mask in the classroom. ODE has sent a number of messages to each district to help with the transition. Moving to the Health Watch tonight, the Oregon Poison Center is out with a public health warning about counterfeit opioid pills. Amid a devastating surge in overdoses and deaths, experts are urging the public to do everything that we can to avoid fake pills laced with fentanyl. The Oregon Poison Center is pleading with Oregonians to only take drugs prescribed by a doctor or a pharmacist, and to talk with kids about addiction and the dangers of drug use, and to brush up on Narcan.
Narcan or naloxone is an agent that reverses an opioid overdose. It can be given several different ways. It can be an injection in the hospital setting, but it's also available as an intranasal spray.
Any member of the public can buy the nasal spray by walking into a pharmacy. You don't need a prescription, and the pharmacist will even train you on how to use it. Experts with Multnomah County's harm reduction program wanted to prove how easy it is.
I actually went to a local Fred Meyer pharmacy this morning just to try out the process myself. It did take a little bit of time just because the pharmacy was so busy, but everyone was super helpful. I was able to get it in about 20 minutes. I was able to get 2 doses of generic nasal brand Narcan from the pharmacy.
If your insurance does not cover it, it's about $90 for 2 doses. Experts recommend most people have Narcan on hand. That goes double for those with loved ones who struggle with addiction or even just to use opioid painkillers. Today, thanks to help from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office K-9 Capo, deputies were able to arrest 2 suspects today attempting to steal a vehicle. JCSO deputies attempted to pull over a stolen car initially this morning around 9 o'clock in the 3900 block of East Barnett Road. The male driver and the female passenger eventually ditched the car and tried to flee on foot, but they were unsuccessful. The female suspect was detained shortly after, and thanks to K-9 Capo, police were able to find the male suspect hiding in juniper bushes near a vacant house. The suspect, Floyd Hu, is being lodged at the Jackson County Jail on charges of unlawful use of a motor vehicle, possession of a stolen vehicle, third-degree escape, and second-degree trespass. Coming up tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 6, the latest details on the war in Ukraine and what U.S. officials are warning about Russia's potential next move.
Strong winds and wet weather moving in for this weekend. The rain will arrive first at the coast. We'll talk timing of precipitation coming up. But first, let's take a live look from the Talon area. This view from the Camelot Theater. Watching out for you on this Friday. You're watching NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Grapes and GRUB Passport Card. Enjoy 12 beverages or bites, valued at $180. Yours for only $55. The NewsWatch 12 Grapes and GRUB Passport Card. Card good for one beverage or bite of up to $15 per location. Passport card valid at participating establishments like Hummingbird Estates, Quaddy North, Del Rio Vineyard, Dunbar Farms, and more. Available at kdrv.com/deals. On sale March 16th at 9 a.m.
Let's see how long it takes to place over 100 slices of pepperoni on a giant Abby's pizza. You see, when we say toppings to the edge, we really mean it. And that's why a giant Abby's legendary pizza can feed up to 6 people. Order at abbys.com and we'll see you soon.
Everything today seems to be customized. What about your bed? Is your mattress right for your body? Well, it can be at Quality Mattress. That's where we come in. At Quality Mattress, we believe better health starts with better sleep, and all that starts with a better bed. Our family's been providing better sleep to Southern Oregon for over 35 years. Come in today and we'll find or even build the perfect mattress for you. Enjoy quality and comfort. We guarantee it. Ask about our easy financing options. Quality Mattress, the home of custom comfort.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, March 16th.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 4-day super sale is for you. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus, make your cash go further with 5 years no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
We think you'll get a kick out of Abby's all-new KICKIN chicken sausage and pepperoni pizza. With premium toppings to the edge and shredded Parmesan cheese, this is a special pizza at a very special price. Dine in, take out, or have it delivered from family-owned Abby's.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
The Senate passed a massive government funding bill yesterday evening, a measure that includes $13.6 billion in aid to Ukraine. The $1.5 trillion spending bill, known on Capitol Hill as the Omnibus, cleared the House on Wednesday. It now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. Government funding is set to expire on Friday, and lawmakers have been racing the clock to prevent a shutdown. The Senate also passed a stopgap measure to extend government funding through this coming Tuesday. That short-term funding extension gives congressional clerks time to process the large bill before sending it to the president for his signature. President Biden is saying Russia will pay a severe price if Vladimir Putin uses chemical weapons in Ukraine. But the attacks on Ukrainian civilians continue as the mayor of one targeted city says hundreds of thousands of his residents remain trapped by Russian selling. KICKIN is in Washington with more.
Today, more bloodshed in Ukraine. Ukrainian officials releasing this video showing firefighters extinguishing flames at the site of a shoe factory, the site of an apparent Russian airstrike. Flames burning, cars damaged, and signs of civilian casualties surrounding the area.
Putin is an aggressor. He is the aggressor, and Putin must pay the price.
Today, President Biden warning that Russia will pay a severe price if Vladimir Putin elects to attack Ukraine with chemical or biological weapons. But he stopped short of saying if that price would include a U.S. military response against Russia. In a UN Security Council speech littered with falsehoods, Russia's ambassador to the UN accused the U.S. and Ukraine of developing chemical and biological weapons. U.S. Ambassador to the UN Linda Thomas-Greenfield called the Russian accusations lies, but went further.
It is Russia that has long maintained a biological weapon program in violation of international law.
The U.S., along with the other G7 nations and EU partners, are ending Russia's trade statuses, opening the door to higher tariffs on Russian goods and bans on certain products. The Kremlin retaliating, declaring Facebook parent company Meta an extremist organization after the company changed its hate speech policy to allow posts calling for violence against Russian forces because of the war. But a silver lining today. Remember this image of an injured pregnant woman in Mariupol following Russia's deadly airstrike on a children's hospital? She's now given birth to a baby girl. Now, here at home, President Biden says he's looking forward to signing into law a $13.6 billion military and humanitarian aid package for Ukraine that Congress just passed. KICKIN, ABC News, Washington.
Tracking 2 storm systems through the weekend into early next week. Some beneficial rain and snow coming our way, but this system Monday into Tuesday looking much wetter. We'll take a look at this extended forecast and an active stretch of weather coming up in just about 10 minutes.
NewsWatch 12, the latest details on where the U.S. stands as Oregon and many other states prepare to lift the mask mandate. Now, though, we're taking a live beautiful look out at talent. This view is from the Camelot Theater, part of our NewsWatch 12 WeatherCam network. 6:20 on this Friday, end of the week. Watching out for you, this is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Closed captioning is provided as a public service on NewsWatch 12.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's 77th anniversary mattress sale. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases starting at $9.99. Available only at Ashley. Visit us at both our Medford and Roseburg locations.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super efficient York furnace that's backed by the strongest warranties available. It's just another way we install confidence.
Lamb Air Heating and Air Conditioning in Grants Pass and Medford.
Save with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, out now and posted on Bi-Mart.com. There's 16 pages of store-wide savings in health and beauty, pantry essentials, electronics, and more. And with spring just around the corner, save on everything you need to get your garden prepped. Home of the $5 lifetime membership, our members save more. Employee-owned, real value every day. At Bi-Mart, it's who we are.
Are you tired of looking for a new vehicle and being told you have to wait? At Jim Siegel, this new Nissan Titan is on the lot and ready to be bought. This Titan, with luxury features like panoramic moonroof, bumper step assist, and more, is on the lot today at Jim Siegel. Want more good news? Your trade may never be worth more. Paid for or not, even if you don't buy ours, we want your trade. Chevys, Hondas, and Nissans on the lot and ready to be bought at Jim Siegel Grants Pass.
A new year means new yard projects, and Daisy's has everything you need to tame your wild spaces, like the Honda Mini Tiller, perfect for prepping your garden, on sale for $369. We're stocked with chainsaws, and the Husqvarna 120 14-inch saw will clear your property in a hurry. Fix up your greenhouse with 6mm film, only $299 for a 32x100 roll. Power through your yard projects this spring with Daisy's. The how we grow matters.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's 77th anniversary mattress sale. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases starting at $9.99. Available only at Ashley. Visit us at both our Medford and Roseburg locations.
On the Health Watch tonight, today marks 2 years since the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. And while the pandemic is not over, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says we are in a different position than we were even just last year. Promising data shows new daily cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are continuing to decline across the country. Rena Roy has more.
Exactly 2 years ago, the coronavirus was officially declared a global pandemic. Since then, nearly 1 million American lives have been lost. Now it appears we've turned another corner. Almost all U.S. communities have low to moderate spread of the virus. Daily deaths down 25% in the last week. COVID restrictions being eased in all 50 states. Mask mandates once again being lifted across much of the country. The school district of Philadelphia, one of the latest to make masks optional.
I mean, if you don't want to wear a mask, that's your thing, that's your prerogative. But if you do want to wear a mask, it's good for you as well.
I would be very careful about taking off masks right now because you never know which way it could go.
Out of an abundance of caution, the TSA is extending its mask mandate to April 18th. Officials now working with the CDC to potentially revise the policy after that. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky.
Our travel corridors and our transport corridors are a bit different than our communities. There's a lot of mixing, a lot of international travel that it's hard to disentangle. People use and require transportation corridors for work. So we have a bit more work to do for all of those reasons in that area.
Health officials are tracking a potential new variant called Deltacron, a combination of the Delta and Omicron variants. The CDC says there have only been a handful of cases in the U.S. It's not considered a variant of concern, and there's no evidence it's more transmissible. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
The CDC says just 2% of the U.S. population now live in a county with a high COVID-19 community level. That's roughly 7 million people, 16 million fewer than last week. According to the CDC, almost 73% of the population now live in a county considered to have a low community level. The other 21% live in a county with a medium community level. As far as the overall global impact of COVID, a new study suggests that the death toll may be 3 times higher than actually reported deaths indicate. And right now, we're just hours away from the end of Oregon's mask mandate, and people around the state are getting ready. Masks can officially come off tonight at 11:59 for most indoor settings after nearly 2 years. Mike Cirillo found out if people in Oregon are ready to ditch the masks as we look ahead to a post-pandemic life.
Exactly 2 years into the pandemic.
No masks. Yay.
Masks are coming off in most indoor settings.
I think people are extremely tired of it, over it, and they want to get back to regular life.
Some local shoppers are looking forward to seeing each other's smiles, but many say they'll keep their mask close by.
Certain areas, it just makes me feel good to have it with me, but then at the same time, I want to breathe and have some fresh air too. So it brings a little bit of confidence that the virus is kind of being controlled a little bit more.
Well, some shoppers say they're ready to ditch the masks. Others say they're going to continue masking up because they think it's too soon to lift the mandate. And business owners I spoke with today say they're going to respect that decision.
I want them to feel comfortable wearing a mask if that's in their best interest.
Some Eugene gyms also appear to be dropping the requirement so people can breathe a little easier while they work out.
Today was the last workout that I had to do with a mask, so I'm really looking forward to Monday's workout.
But officials warn not to throw away your mask just yet because business owners can choose to keep their own mandate in place. And there's still a requirement for healthcare and public transportation settings, like bus terminals and airports.
Some March Madness in the weather department. Rain, snow, and wind. But the good news is it's some much needed precipitation on the way this weekend and into next week. A look at your 7-day forecast is up after the break. But first, let's take a live look at talent from the Camelot Theater. Watching out for you, this is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
NewsWatch 12 Weathercam Network, presented by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford.
At Black, Chapman, Peterson, and Stevens, we've recovered millions of dollars for people who have suffered injuries through no fault of their own. Let us help you. BlackChapman.com. Free consultations. If you're injured, we're ready.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 4-day super sale is for you. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus, make your cash go further with 5 years no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Slots, plus food, plus hotel.
equals fun. Winning comes naturally at Clamoya Casino. Come in and win. Come in on Pick a Clover Fridays and win free play or cash up to $500. Win assorted quality cookware during Cooking Madness Kiosk Sundays. And on Thursdays, win up to $50 cash on Pot of Gold Kiosk Thursdays. Slots, food, hotel, fun at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
At US Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, working to make sure our 5G network isn't impacted by the local weather.
Get the most out of our 5G network. Choose any phone for free. That's any phone, including the new Galaxy S22, totally free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Your flooring choices are important to you. It's where memories are created, and it's where life happens. Let Dave's Home Supply help you choose the right flooring that best fits your needs. Our high-quality Mohawk Wet Protect waterproof wood can withstand everyday life. Whether it's Mohawk steam cleanable laminate or LVP, Dave's Home Supply will have the right waterproof flooring products for you. Call or visit us today at Dave's Home Supply.
Let us help you get the financial compensation you deserve from your injuries. We've helped thousands of people, and we can help you. Black, Chapman, Peterson, and Stevens. Free consultations. If you've been injured, we're ready.
Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Taking a live look at Gold Beach. Very quiet out there this evening, but a storm is coming, and you can see some clouds there in the distance looking west. And that system is on the way for tomorrow, bringing rain, mountain snow, and some strong winds. Currently 46 degrees in Gold Beach. Winds are fairly calm, but we will be seeing those winds picking up a little bit later tonight for not only the coast, but also up in the mountains, and then much more widespread strong winds developing out of the south and southwest as we go through the day tomorrow. Temperatures further inland, 64 in Medford, it's 55 in Klamath Falls, 61 degrees for you folks in Montague. Satellite and radar imagery showing mainly clear skies, a few passing high clouds, but this will mainly be the case through the rest of tonight. Pretty clear conditions overall, but here's the storm that is strengthening, and as it strengthens, as it approaches the Pacific Northwest, that is what's going to increase the winds. So winds definitely a bigger factor with this storm than some of the previous storm systems we've seen in recent weeks. Tonight, down to 21 in Klamath Falls, 34 in Medford, down to 32 in Mount Shasta, and 40 in Brookings. So another pretty chilly night tonight. Tomorrow, mild ahead of that precipitation moving on in. Winds are going to crank up out of the south and southwest, but eventually that wet weather will come through and cool things off for the second half of the weekend. Take a look at forecast peak wind gusts. Most areas west of the Cascades, the strongest winds will be tomorrow, but for the east side and up in the mountains, it's mainly going to be tomorrow night on into Sunday. We could see gusts approaching 65 miles per hour for some of the coastal mountains along the coast, and then also up towards some of that higher terrain of the east side, the Summer Lake area. But even in the Rogue Valley, we're going to be looking at gusts between about 20 to 30 miles per hour or so. So not the strongest winds for the Rogue Valley, but the Shasta Valley, we could be looking at gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Here's a look at those high wind warnings in place for the coast and eastern Klamath and Lake County, some of the higher terrain areas. The rest of the east side in eastern Klamath and Lake County under a wind advisory. The Shasta Valley also under a wind advisory for gusts up to 50 miles per hour with winds out of the south tomorrow. Take a look at your travel impacts through the Cascades. That's where we're going to see the most snowfall and the biggest impacts to travel due to snow and wind. Saturday night, that's when conditions will go downhill pretty quickly, and still pretty hazardous travel into Sunday morning as snow lingers, but snow showers will taper off as we go throughout the afternoon. Here's Stormcast as we go throughout the day tomorrow. By midday, rain pushing in along the coast. It will spread inland as we go through the afternoon into the evening. The real steady rain moving in around dinner time or so into the Rogue Valley. Snow up in the mountains. Snow levels will drop significantly as we head into tomorrow night, but most of the accumulating snow will be above 4,000 feet, and then things quiet down later on Sunday. Snow amounts 6 to as much as 10 inches up towards the Crater Lake and Diamond Lake area. Some of those higher peaks seeing the higher end of that, 1 to 3 inches in Chemult. Fairly light totals for some of the east side higher terrain, and up through the coastal mountains, mainly those higher mountains, we will see up to a few to several inches of snow, but not expecting any impacts to lower passes when it comes to snow. Your 7-day forecast looking like this. Awfully wet for the coast in the days ahead. Another pretty potent storm system with heavier rain moves in later on Monday into Tuesday. Northern California, windy tomorrow. That rain pushing in later in the day and especially into Saturday evening and night. For the Klamath Basin, most of the wet weather pushing in as we head into tomorrow night. Lingering snow showers into Sunday morning. Winds staying pretty gusty on your Sunday. For the Cascades and Siskiyous, expect snowy conditions for those Cascade passes tomorrow night into Sunday. Higher snow levels with that system Monday into Tuesday. The forecast looking pretty quiet for St. Patrick's Day next Thursday. And then in the Rogue Valley, wet and windy weather for this weekend and some more rain to start off the work week. And some of that rain could be on the heavier side later Monday and especially into Tuesday morning.
With the rising costs of gasoline, Californian officials are warning of thieves that will siphon out your gas, what you can do to avoid becoming a victim of this kind of theft. But now we're taking a live look out at Ashland, brought to you by the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. Watching out for you, this is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Stay connected to what's happening in Southern Oregon and Northern California with the NewsWatch 12 News app. Get breaking news alerts sent straight to your phone, up-to-date news headlines and video clips. Even customize your home screen to see the news stories that matter most to you. Plus, clear, accurate forecasts from the Stormwatch 12 weather team. Download the app now and stay connected to what's happening in Southern Oregon and Northern California. The NewsWatch 12 News app. One more way, NewsWatch 12 is watching out for you.
Lithia Honda Medford is Southern Oregon's used truck mega center. If you've been looking at trucks and want a great deal over buying new, Medford Honda has over 70 quality pre-owned trucks and more arrive every day. Choose from Ford, Chevys, Rams, GMCs, Toyotas, and more. We have half tons, 3/4 tons, and even heavy-duty diesels. Just go to usedtruckmegacenter.com for huge deals on pre-owned trucks. When you need a truck, think of Medford Honda. Used Truck Mega Center. We're just past Lowe's, and our used trucks sell themselves.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, March 16th.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super efficient York furnace that's backed by the strongest warranties available. It's just another way we install confidence.
Lamb Air Heating and Air Conditioning in Grants Pass and Medford.
When you start to lose your hearing, you lose your connection to family and friends, missing out on special moments. Oticon More with brain hearing technology gives the brain access to clearer sounds, helping you hear better with less effort and remember more.
I want Grandpa to sit by me.
On my way. Hear the sounds that shouldn't be missed and get more out of life with Oticon More. Call today for your risk-free trial.
On a consumer alert tonight, residents across the Los Angeles area are claiming thieves are siphoning gas out of their cars amid the record high prices. Jasmine Veal has their story.
Pretty much they went over. I mean, there's not much more.
I found George Carrier at his Pasadena home a day after he says someone stole the gas right out of his minivan.
They figure a way to just to pop it because I know for a fact I had a quarter tank of gas and next morning it was empty.
Carrier, who has kids to take care of, says he can't afford to lose any more gas.
What the heck am I going to do now? More security, more stuff to make sure that people start messing around. It's just more stress.
This is my car.
Then there's Marcella Mena, who took a few minutes on her lunch break from a Toluca Lake restaurant to tell me how she was also a gas theft victim.
I was dropping off groceries to a family member, and when I returned to my car, I turned it on, and that's when I got the alert that I had low fuel. Just for gas to be taken out like that, then it's just heartbreaking.
Emery Shen, a gas station service technician, says he's had calls about various thefts at several gas stations.
There's been reports of people siphoning gas directly out of their tanks, putting a hose down into the gas tank and sucking it out. We're also hearing reports of people drilling into gas tanks and taking gas out of cars directly.
Lieutenant Bill Grisafi with the Pasadena Police Department says while his department has not seen an increase in these thefts, it doesn't mean it's not happening.
It is of concern that gas, it's a commodity that people are going to need and want, and they don't want to pay the price.
He says many modern tanks are fitted with special anti-siphoning devices, but thieves are finding ways around it. And Mena plans to take her own steps to prevent it from happening again.
I will be getting a gas cap on or a gas cap lock on my car.
A federal judge denied Donald Trump's request to countersue magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll. It was for violating New York's law against frivolous defamation lawsuits. The defamation case is still on hold, with the parties waiting for a decision from an appeals court on whether the lawsuit can proceed. Carroll sued Trump for defamation in 2019 in state court. It came out after he denied her claim he raped her in the mid-1990s, says she wasn't his type, and then accused her of making it up to boost sales of her book. Trump had asked the judge for permission to use the state's anti-SLAPP law as a defense to the defamation claims and to countersue Carroll. SLAPP stands for Strategic Lawsuit Against Public Participation. In his order not denying the request, the judge called Trump's legal argument futile and a delay tactic.
It was the last night, or is the last night, for twilight skiing up at Mount Ashland. We'll take a look at the forecast if you're heading up to Mount Ashland this weekend, and a look at the forecast for closing day tomorrow at Mount Shasta. That's coming up next. First of all, let's take a look at Ashland from the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. Watching out for you, this is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Home and garden improvements on your to-do list? Grange Co-op has you covered with our Spring Roundup sale. Don't miss our biggest sale of the season on featured pet supplies, garden products, premium organic soils, and more. March 12th, all Grange Co-op stores are hosting our annual Freak Chick Day. Receive 5 free pullets with purchase of 40 or 50-pound bags of Rogue or Purina poultry feed. March 2nd through the 13th. Dig in and take your landscape to the next level and achieve more with help from Grange Co-op.
They say every moment counts. Moments of greatness, awkward moments, moments of truth, aha moments, moments you'll never forget, moments you've already forgotten, moments where it feels like time stands still, just for you. Find your moment right now, right here. Wind River Resort and Casino.
How you sleep sets your entire life in motion. So live your best life by getting your best sleep on a Doctor's Choice mattress. The perfect combination of support and comfort.
In fact, I've been recommending it to my patients for over 20 years.
Visit us in-store or online and discover all the benefits of Doctor's Choice, only at Denver Mattress.
BTD is the way to go in the Rogue Valley. With free Wi-Fi now available, you can take your commute to the next level. Get a head start on your homework. Look for your dream job. And stay in touch with friends and family. RBTD's free internet keeps you connected. There may even be time to do a little shopping. Or a lot of shopping. RBTD's the way to go.
For the cleaner energy future we all want, Avista is considering a new renewable energy source, renewable natural gas. It's made from the everyday waste of people and animals. Methane gas from this organic waste is captured before escaping into our atmosphere and used as energy instead. Just one more clean energy idea we're exploring for tomorrow. Learn more at mayavista.com/greener.
Here's what's going on around right now. A Las Vegas police officer is going well beyond the call. He and his wife are adopting 5 kids who lost their father. Natasha Chen reports.
North Las Vegas police officer Nicholas Quintana always wanted a big family.
You want some ketchup? With your chicken nuggets.
But he and his wife never thought they'd suddenly jump from having 0 children to 5.
You do or you don't? Okay, well then your brother will get it then.
On January 14th, Quintana answered a dispatch call for shots fired at a home.
Troll George 23, copy, 85 from 490.
One parent is alleged to have killed the other, leaving 5 children at the house with no one to care for them. After leaving the scene,
I did something that I'd never done before, and I came back to this particular incident. I told him, said, hey, make me a promise. I want you to promise me that you'll learn to forgive.
Their experience is something he can relate to. His own father was killed by a relative when Quintana was just a child.
It's impossible to forget things, right? Especially things that hurt us most. But that lesson to say, hey, you know what? I don't hold this against you anymore. I love you. Okay, that took a long time to happen, a while to happen.
And he felt eager to help these kids face their trauma. So after the incident, when he got off his shift at 3 a.m., he couldn't wait to tell his wife he wanted to bring all 5 kids home.
I believe God placed on my heart, and what are your thoughts on it? And her initial response was, is this a dream?
She agreed to meet the children, who had a slim chance of being taken into a foster home together. When they invited the kids to live with them,
the 17-year-old, she looks at me and she goes, all of us? And I said, yeah, I want to take every single one of you.
An act earning the support and praise of his fellow officers and even the chief of police.
You can still watch TV, just eat right here, okay?
Now the couple's days are filled morning to night with preparing a lot more meals, getting children to and from school and therapy appointments. Quintana says most parents have the opportunity to grow with their kids, from dirty diapers to teenage tantrums. But learning how to be a father on the fly this past month to kids ranging from age 6 to 17 has been an exciting challenge.
What are you most afraid of right now?
Failure. I told you before, I didn't have a father figure growing up, and I don't want to fail at it.
Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Tomorrow will still be pretty mild for most inland areas, but eventually some wet weather will push in. Winds will crank up as well. Rain moves in first for the coast and Brookings as we get towards about midday, and then that precipitation spreads inland through the afternoon into the evening. Should stay dry at Mount Shasta at the ski park for closing day tomorrow. Hard to believe, but we've just been so unlucky the last couple of months. Mild temperatures, not enough snow. And they have decided to close down after tomorrow. But a lot of fun festivities going on. Winds will pick up a bit through the afternoon. Eventually, some snow will work into Mount Shasta for the ski park as we head into tomorrow night. Mount Ashland ski area, strong winds for tomorrow, really through the weekend. That snow will start to move in, especially as we head into tomorrow evening, and some snow showers will linger on your Sunday with some more rain-snow mix on the way for Monday. This storm system on Monday, the snow levels do look a bit higher. Here's Stormcast showing the morning pretty quiet, but here comes the rain and the higher elevation snow continuing to spread inland into your Saturday night. Strong winds expected as well. And then as we head through your Sunday, things will gradually calm down. As far as snow amounts go, the highest totals will be up through the Cascades, especially up towards Diamond Lake, Willamette Pass, several inches of new snow. But even Lake of the Woods, expecting about 3 to 6 inches of snow. Another look at your 7-day forecast coming up after sports.
Tomorrow, they'll be chasing a little bit of history. The 2 seniors on the Grizzlies squad, they know it, and they're hoping to make it a part of their legacy. I'll have more on that coming up next in sports.
But before we get to that, we do want to take a live look out at Phoenix, brought to you by the Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Watching up for you, this is NewsWatch 12 at 6. Tonight on NewsWatch 12.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's 77th anniversary mattress sale. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases starting at $9.99. Available only at Ashley. Visit us at both our Medford and Roseburg locations.
Do you have dentures in need of repair? Do you need dentures? Call Court Street Denture Clinic today. With a long tradition of first-class service and same-day repair, Court Street Denture Clinic will be your best choice. Always accepting new patients, most insurances, and offering senior discounts. Do you grind your teeth at night? We can fix that too, with a perfectly fitted night guard, mouth guard as well. Don't forget every exam is free. Court Street Denture Clinic. Give us a call today.
Hi, I'm the SOS Alarm guy, here to tell you about a great deal. SOS Alarm will not only beat any internet deal, but will install the system too. So burglars, beware. SOS Alarm for security and beyond.
Lithia Honda Medford is Southern Oregon's used truck mega center. If you've been looking at trucks and want a great deal over buying new, Medford Honda has over 70 quality pre-owned trucks and more arrive every day. Choose from Ford, Chevys, Rams, GMCs, Toyotas, and more. We have half tons, 3/4 tons, and even heavy-duty diesels. Just go to usedtruckmegacenter.com for huge deals on pre-owned trucks. When you need a truck, think of Medford Honda. Used Truck Mega Center. We're just past Lowe's, and our used trucks sell themselves.
Our primary goal, all the work we're doing right now, is focused on keeping our students live in the classroom.
As state guidance changes rapidly across the region, students and parents alike wonder what each school day will look like. NewsWatch 12 is here to help inform parents with the latest and most accurate information with School Watch. Complete back-to-school coverage in Southern Oregon and Northern California. Just one more way, NewsWatch 12 is watching out for you.
School Watch, sponsored by Elmer's Restaurants.
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses, including an eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's 77th anniversary mattress sale. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases starting at $9.99. Available only at Ashley. Visit us at both our Medford and Roseburg locations.
Now, from the Jim Siegel Automotive Sports Desk, NewsWatch 12 Sports with Josh Shelton.
In almost 40 years, an Ashland boys basketball team hasn't finished 4th or better in a state basketball tournament. Well, tomorrow, Ashland plays Crater in the 4th place game. For the 2 Grizzly seniors, this game is about chasing history and leaving a lasting impact on the program that they helped build up.
When Ashland and Crater meet tomorrow morning in Gill Coliseum, the Grizzlies will be chasing a 3.5-decade achievement. For the 2 seniors on the Ashland team, it's a legacy moment for them and a chance to leave their mark on the program.
I think that's pretty important. It just feels like you had an impact and a turning point, and I think that helps. I hope it helps to jumpstart a new era of Ashland basketball.
While the historical importance is something they're paying attention to, they're careful not to get caught up and only thinking about it. Just making it to this point, playing games in Gill Coliseum, has been a fantastic moment in their careers, which is an accomplishment in itself.
As a team, just making it here has been my biggest accomplishment in high school basketball. I feel like down the road, this is what I'll look back on and just remember having a great time here.
Just making it to Corvallis has put this Grizzlies squad in the upper echelon of teams. Winning tomorrow is icing on the historical cake.
Just to be one of the best teams, in Ashland history is just, I couldn't have asked for anything more.
So I'll be back here tomorrow morning at Gill Coliseum as Ashland gets set to take on a familiar foe. Be sure to tune in to NewsWatch 12 at 6 on Saturday for post-game coverage and more. In the meantime, we've got another big basketball game going on right now. SOU women's hoops playing in the NAIA round of 64 against Georgetown. Here's a look at their score right now in Santa Clarita. Taking on the 17 Georgetown, 46-40. SOU leads. The Raiders looking to continue their dominant run in postseason play. I'll let you know how that game wraps up tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 11. In the meantime, here at Gill Coliseum with the girls basketball semifinals going on behind me, Josh Shelton, NewsWatch 12 Sports.
All right, Josh, thank you as always. But now to professional baseball. Players are on their way to spring training in Florida and Arizona after the league and the players agreed to end a 99-day lockout. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred says the league's owners unanimously approved a 5-year labor contract, ending the MLB lockout and salvaging a full 162-game season. Opening day is now set for April the 7th, with free agency opening last night and spring training camps opening today. The lockout is coming to an abrupt end after nearly 100 days of heated negotiations, with some wondering if a compromise would ever come.
I do want to start by apologizing to our fans. I know that the last few months have been difficult. There was a lot of uncertainty.
The new deal comes with some big changes. The playoffs will expand from 10 to 12 teams. The National League will now use designated hitters, and there is now a limit on the number of times the players can be optioned to the minor leagues. The agreement will also increase pay for young players and better incentivize teams to compete. Plus, the new agreement allows for advertising to appear on jerseys and batting helmets, a first for Major League Baseball. We turn one final time to Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. Looking ahead to tomorrow, what should we be expecting?
Well, winds will pick up. You'll notice that definitely first, and then eventually the rain pushing in first along the coast around midday, spreading inland from there through the afternoon into the evening. Snow impacting travel through the Cascades, through all of our Cascade passes, and definitely some cooler weather on tap for your Sunday. But tomorrow, sunset in Medford is 6:15. On Sunday, sunset will be after about 7:15, so that change on the way as well. Don't forget to spring forward Saturday night. We're also tracking another storm system early next week. Coming up tonight at 11, we'll have details and updates on both these systems, an active stretch of weather here through the middle of March.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Matt. And thank you for joining us tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 6. Our next newscast is coming up tonight at 11 p.m. You can stay connected 24 hours a day at KDRB.com. Be sure to sign up to receive our email newsletters and download our mobile app as well. Looking forward to seeing you all back here at 11. Have a good Friday night. Get out, go do something fun. We'll see you soon.
On Jeopardy!
For the second time this week, we have a champion going for her 5th straight win on Jeopardy!
But a 5-peat is harder than it sounds.
Let's make it a Trudelli double.
Next Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 7 on NewsWatch 12.
At Black, Chapman, Peterson and Stevens, we've helped thousands of people receive millions of dollars for their suffering and injuries. Let us help you. BlackChapman.com. Free consultations. If you've been injured, we're ready.
When you need medical imaging, there's a lot of places to go in the Valley. Mid-Rogue Imaging has all the expertise and capabilities of the other places, but at a fraction of the price. As a nonprofit facility, our focus is not only to take great care of you, but to save you as much money as we can, so you can spend it on supporting other businesses in our community. Right now at Mid-Rogue Imaging, bring your child in for a no-charge screening or annual scoliosis checkup. Mid-Rogue Imaging Center, your community, your health, your choice.
Over 60 miles per hour with a cell moving toward the north and east.
No matter where you live, with Dish you get 99% signal reliability.
Okay, everybody, let's get to the basement. Abby, Austin, hurry!
Well, we're all here.
99% signal reliability anywhere in the country with Dish. Tuned in to you.
Do you have dentures in need of repair? Do you need dentures? Call Court Street Denture Clinic today. With a long tradition of first-class service and same-day repair, Court Street Denture Clinic will be your best choice. Always accepting new patients, most insurances, and offering senior discounts. Do you grind your teeth at night? We can fix that too, with a perfectly fitted night guard, mouth guard as well. Don't forget